Just want to share about this new Osight X that I got. I am ready to put this on my new Canik TTI Combat Smoke, which I am very much looking forward to. This is a wonderful, very affordable, but extremely high quality red dot sight. It has the option to have a red dot, to have the red dot with the circle around it, or just the circle itself. And it also comes with a magnetic charging case. So this case holds tons of power to charge your red dot sight. I love the fact that it is actually magnetic. So once it gets in here, it holds on to your red dot nice and strong. So once this is mounted to your weapon, you never have to worry about this falling off or anything like that. When you first put this on the red dot, it's going to show you the charge of the red dot sight, which is 100% right now. And then thereafter, when you hit this button, it's going to show you the charge of the case itself. So that's really cool that you can see the difference in the charges, so you know where you're at. The other thing I love about the red dot sight is you can actually hit the button on the side to check the color of what the charge is currently. And the fact that you can see a red, a green, and a yellow to get a kind of determining factor of how much power you have left is very helpful to know when you need to bust out your recharging case. Osight products always send really nice packages that have everything you need to set up your optics. It has the tool, which I love. It's got a little skull on it. It also comes with some other stuff like obviously your charging cord that came with it. And then it's got a whole screw set of everything you need depending on what pistol you have. So you don't have to worry about, will it have the right screws? Will I be good to go? You will. It also comes with a nice protective bag where you can store your charging case away within your firearms bags if you need to. And then it's got that user manual as well. But and this is a very fantastic case. So if you ever want to store it away, it's nice and protected, nice soft material to keep it nice and secure. Here's that tool I was mentioning with that nice little skull on there. Has the nice flat head up there, and then your Allen wrench portion at the bottom. Has a nice little carrying cord that you can attach to the case itself so that you can protect it, not have it falling everywhere. And then your nice little case of screws. So I love that it comes in a really nice case, keeps them real secure so that you can save these screws if you ever need them for anything else in the future. If you want to move your optic to a different pistol, love it. Just a perfect design. So I'm going to go ahead and work on getting this plate removed so I can get the red dot sight mounted here. And this tool makes it extremely easy to work with your existing screws. So very much perfect to have. Also the tip having that flat head, what this actually works on is your elevation adjustment as well as your windage adjustment on your red dot itself. So once you're going to sight it in, this piece of the tool is imperative. All right, got the plate removed. Now it is time to get this secured. And you can see, depending on what kind of sight you're using, it'll depend on where those holes actually line up. But yep, so we are going to get this mounted and check it out. I do also want to mention that all these screws do come with some Loctite on them, so you can be assured that these are not going to back themselves out when in use. All right, there it is attached, and even though it's nice and perfectly fitting recessed, the charging still goes on just fine. It's got that lip in the front and the back that's made for that, and you can tell it was charging there. But yeah, that is wonderful. So you can have this right on top, charge while it's on your pew pew and not even worry about it. Now let me show you a couple features of this red dot sight. All right, so here's that red dot. As you can see, it is just the circle. Now there's two buttons on the left side here, which is your minus and your positive. So if you hit positive, it's going to get brighter. If you hit minus, it's going to get dimmer. So it depends on the lighting of where you're shooting. Now to change the mode of that, you're going to actually hold down the minus for 3 seconds. So let's do that. So you hold that down. And then that switches to the red dot with the circle in the middle, which might be a little bit difficult to see. And then if we do that again, it's going to switch to just the red dot itself, which is very difficult to see on this camera, but shows up really nicely on the red dot itself, red dot sight. And that's the brightest it goes. So it's hard to get a real good view of that with the lighting and everything that's going on here. But yeah, so that's the mode there. You can also modify it to sense movement. So the red dot, if you have it on the movement setting, it's going to, once you kind of reholster that and you're not using it, after 10 minutes of inactivity, it's going to shut off. And the next time you pick up your weapon and you go to aim it, it's going to automatically bring that red dot back on. So you could do that, or you could manually control it. So you can completely turn it off by holding both buttons together for 3 seconds, and then it'll turn off. And then you can just hit the plus button to turn it on. So it makes it very simple, very easy to use. Now, to get this sighted in, I'm going to use a chambered laser bore sighter. I feel like it's the most accurate. And the way you do that is you actually use the tool to change the windage. So your left to right windage is right here on the side, and then your up and down elevation is right here. So turning those screws will make that red dot like move up and down or side to side. So that makes it very easy to sight this in. And once you have it sighted in, you're good to go. So yes, this red dot sight is fantastic. It is super high quality, has an excellent, nice big window, very clear red dot. There's some cheaper red dot sights out there where the red dots are very blurry, very obscured, maybe even take up the entire window, which is just not what you want in a red dot. Osight makes theirs completely super high quality, easy to see, but also doesn't take up the entire window, makes it easy to get on target when you need to. Just overall incredible red dot sights for the money. They also come in green dot as well, if that's your jam. But I would highly recommend, if you don't have an Osight, you should absolutely 100% check them out. I think they are just a star when it comes to red dot optic sights. So highly recommend, go check them out.